Hello YouTube, John Davis here. So over the last couple of weeks I've been running around in my 9 to 5 job interviewing people. Got a couple of vacancies that we want to fill and basically it's my job to help find the right person. So one of the things I wanted to talk about in this video was related to that really. So I've been going through a series of questions and anyone that's gone through the nerve-wracking, horrible, unnatural process of an interview will know that you get asked various questions, you've got to think on your feet, and you get the usual ones. What's your greatest strength? What's your biggest weakness? What can you bring to the company? What do you know about the company? Why do you want this role? You know, the usual stuff that kind of goes through your head. Now, one of the things this has made me think about quite a bit this week is what would you say the top skills are for someone who wants to start a blog or start a YouTube channel? Someone who's looking at making money online and creating their own kind of digital platform and business. What are the top 3 skills that you need? And I just wanted to create a quick video really just to kind of go over what I think is 3 of the, if not the top 3 skills, 3 important skills that you require if you're going to go on this journey. So especially if you're completely new to this, or if you've never done this kind of thing before, but you want to create a blog, you want to get your face and your voice on YouTube, and you're interested in building your own thing for a variety of reasons. Could be that you want to help people, could be that you want to make money, it could be that you want just a way of expressing yourself and something that's just different to the norm, almost a little bit kind of like self-therapy and encouragement for yourself as well. So there's various different reasons why you might want to do these things. But what are the 3 top skills required to do it? So I'm going to go into what I think my 3 top skills are. Now, it might surprise you that they're not actually technical skills. So you're going to learn technical skills along the way, but this is partly what I've been thinking about. So you're going to learn various different things. So over the past few years, I've learned how to use WordPress, how to install plugins, how to set up Google Analytics, how to use short links, how to create email autoresponders, how to do millions and millions and millions and millions of different little technical things, how to optimize WordPress, how to copy files through an FTP server to WordPress. There's tons of different things that you learn. They're all little small steps as part of that journey. They're all little kind of cogs in the bigger wheel really. They're all stuff that you'll pick up, you'll learn, but they're not what I would say your top skills are. Your top skills are how you get to that point. So for me, one of the top skills is research. So it's for different reasons really. So I would say weekly there's something that I don't know or need to learn as part of progressing my blog or as part of progressing my YouTube channel. Whatever it is with my online business, there's something weekly that comes up and I think, how do I do that? So you've got to research it. You've got to know where to start. And this is so much easier than people think. I go on quite a few different Facebook groups and I see people asking questions and they'll be like, I'm really stuck. I can't progress my blog because I need to learn how to do this. And that's one of the ways you can research. You can ask your peers. So in places like Facebook groups, you've got to be a little bit more vulnerable, but you can ask the people around you what they think. The people that have done it, that have been there, they've gone through the same pains that you're going through. You can ask them and hope that one of them is going to give you the right advice. My favorite way of doing it is open Google or open YouTube. In fact, don't open YouTube, open Google and just type in, how do I? And that is the easiest way of doing it. Google is amazing in that it will try and find you the best way of doing something in the quickest space of time. So unless you're doing something very, very, very specific, there's going to be something out there. Now, Google also owns YouTube. So you'll notice now, anything that you Google, you're going to get a YouTube video quite high up. It's probably in the middle of the page, you're going to see YouTube videos as well. So there's loads of information there. You can either, if you prefer written instruction, you can find a blog post that talks you through something. If you prefer someone to demonstrate something, which is usually the case with myself, then you can just go onto the YouTube results and you can watch someone do it. In the same way that I've got lots of tutorials on my own channel, you just follow whatever it is you want to do. If it's I want to know how to hang a shelf without it falling down. I want to know, and this is an example I did recently, I wanted to know how to fix my fridge because my fridge was basically overheating. And it turns out there's a few panels you take off, you get your Hoover and you suck all the crap out the bottom that's basically clogged up these like air filters. So I probably didn't need to YouTube that, but because I've never tried to fix a fridge in my life, I YouTubed it because I Googled it because I wanted to make sure I was doing it safely rather than taking the back of my fridge off for no reason. So it could be anything. Whatever it is that you want to learn how to research. Research is a top skill. Asking your peers and just searching for it. that kind of leads me on to my second top skill for starting your own kind of digital business. And that's to basically just take initiative or show initiative. It's that ability to just get started and take action. So I'm as guilty of this as anyone. So if you're watching this and you've been researching how to create a blog for the past 6 months, stop researching, just create it. Just stop faffing around, just do it. There's little parts that, yes, you need to do it, but you'll get the outline quick enough. So you need to get a domain name, you need to get hosting, then you might need to set that hosting up. You need to install WordPress. Then you need to create blog posts and change a few of the default settings. So they're all little steps. You've just got to look at it that what's the next thing you need to do in order to step forward, in order to progress. Just take it into little bite-sized chunks and just look at what the next step is. So there's usually a sequence to any of it. If you want to create a YouTube channel, there's a sequence to it. You create your channel, you can add some banner art, you can add a little avatar of your face. You can think about what content you're going to create. You can find out how to record. You can find out how to edit. It's all just little sequential steps. Stop worrying about step 37 and just worry about the step that's in front of you. Once you get over that step, you've learned it. Once you get over that step, you move on to the next thing, and so on and so on and so on. But you've got to show that initiative. You've got to take action. You can't sit there blinded and not wanting to commit and not wanting to jump in because all you're thinking about is the steps 37 ahead. I'm so guilty of this in the past. I've tried to get a lot better. I've tried to be a little bit more take action rather than do it. I think part of it is just my nature as well. I observe, I sit back, I want to know everything before I commit to things. I don't want to look stupid, I don't want to look foolish. So I tend to kind of hold back and think, well, I need to be an expert in that before I do anything. And that's rubbish. You don't need to be an expert at all. Just start your journey now, jump into it, show initiative and just start taking action. It's such a cliche that when people say, especially like kind of entrepreneurial things, just say take action, just do it. It's such cliche things, but it's true. So just take them small steps towards your bigger goal. You can't build a skyscraper without putting your first bricks in place. So I'm not sure what skyscraper example came from. I'm sure there's a better way of saying that. You can't build something big basically until you start putting your first bricks in place. So start putting them bricks in place, start building now. If you wait a month, if you wait 2 months, 3 months because you feel like you need to learn something, you're going to be 3 months behind where you could have been. So just get started, show initiative. The last one, again, these all tie together. These 3 skills that I think make a good blogger or a good YouTuber, they all tie together. So my last one's discipline. And discipline is something I'm guilty of kind of falling off the bandwagon a little bit recently. So I set myself a challenge with YouTube. I wanted to create 100 videos in 100 days. And I fell just shy of that, but I did create something like, I think it was 87, 88 videos in 100 days, which I was really, really proud of. So I may have fell shy of my challenge, but I feel like I really put the effort in. And recently, my 9-to-5 jobs kind of took over, a few things going on in my life, and I fell way behind. So I created this 100 video, and it was a little bit of that discipline and mentality as well. So I'm using excuses, and I'm using the fact that my 9-to-5 has gone slightly berserk, but ultimately it's discipline as well. I'm sure if I really wanted, I could have found the time to create more videos than I have done. I literally did that my 100 days, and then just stopped dead. And then I've been kind of paralyzed with lots of other things going on in my life. I did need to address the balance a bit. I did need to focus a bit more on my 9-to-5, focus on my family, that kind of thing. But equally, you've got to be disciplined. If you create it, you've got to treat this like a business. So if you're creating a blog and your intention of that blog is to ultimately one day make money, be disciplined. Create your 2 blog posts a week or your 3 blog posts a week. Or if you're like my friend Amelia, create your 500 blog posts a week and then move on to the next blog. But just be consistent, keep creating, be disciplined in what you do. Make some time to learn, make some time to research, but create, don't just consume. Create. It's the most important thing. It's definitely something that I've realized recently. I created a blog a while ago, before I learned more about affiliate marketing, when I was really just kind of fumbling around trying to figure it out for myself, before I had some good quality training on affiliate marketing. I created a blog on weight loss. It's actually on women's weight loss, and I have to kind of do it through an alter ego, which I'm not fully comfortable with. It's almost like my wife guides me on this blog, and she tells me kind of her experience and stuff, and then I write about it. But I don't like it because it's not something I can kind of put my face to. So I've not really done anything with it. I spent ages, and I mean ages, it was probably the best part of the year, and I created 15 blog posts. Looking back, I thought it was like this monumental effort. It was rubbish. 15 blog posts in a year is nothing in a very, very, very competitive niche as well. So I just kind of left it. I kind of lost interest, put it to one side, and then I started learning about other things, and I've not done anything with it really. And then the other day I was having a look, and some of the products that I promote on there, I've had a few sales. So this month I've actually made, I think, around $80. So $80, and it's basically sat there for the last 6 months and done nothing. I've not updated it. I've added no more blog posts. It's just that Google has now started taking some of the content I put on there, because I created content that helped people, that answered their pains and problems. It's now looking at that content, and people are searching for that, and it's giving me a little bit of kind of authority and a little bit of I don't know, I guess kind of encouragement and pushing people into my site. Not many, but a few, and enough that I've got a few sales out of it. So I'm now kicking myself. I'm now really annoyed with myself that if I'd have just shown more discipline, I mean, knowing what I know now, I could have easily created 50, 60, 70 blog posts on there. I probably could have created a lot more video as well to back it up. A bit difficult that I can't be the face of it, but there's other ways of creating YouTube videos. You can use kind of like these informational videos where you're using like stock videos, or you can do explainer videos. There are other ways to create YouTube videos without being the face of it. But yeah, I'm kicking myself really that I didn't have that discipline and commitment earlier, because you've got to think about the rewards later. It's, especially with affiliate marketing and creating your own platform, it's not an instant reward thing. People are going to create, I know from some of the groups I'm in that people create blogs, and within a week they're kind of asking the question like, I've not got any traffic. Why is no one coming to my blog? I don't understand it. I've created 5 posts, but no one's looked at it. They don't. It takes a while. Unless you've got a good social media backing that you can push them blog posts out to, you've got to build it. You've got to think about putting the hard work in now for the rewards further down the line. So I hope that helps someone. I'm actually interested in what you think too. So what do you think? If I was interviewing you today for the job as the in-house blogger or YouTuber, what do you think are the top 3 skills required to create a blog or YouTube, to create your own digital business? So let me know, hit the comments. Cheers guys.